Cancel.
Schweezy.
Ooh, I like this. Why do a lot of people hate Nickelback? Nickelback was my favorite band when I was a kid, and I still like their music in my opinion. I realized for a while that a lot of people hate Nickelback and don't understand why. Some clarity would be appreciated. So there's a couple factors in here when you look at music. Before I go into anything, I want to say I like Nickelback. Their new shit, no. But like some of the old stuff, like they have some good songs. Like people are like, they're the worst band of all time. Like, well, How You Remind Me, banger. That's like my go-to karaoke song. And I always started out with, we're all going to pretend that we're going to pretend like we actually, what do I actually say? We're all going to pretend that we don't hate this band for a couple minutes, and then I sing, and people sing along, which is the funny part. This is how you remind me of what I really am. That's a great song. Saving Me is a great song. Music video is kind of interesting. It could be like a plot to a movie. Photograph, banger. What other? All the Right Reasons. All the Right Reasons and stuff like that. Animals, that's a great song too, and that's like yeah. I mean, it's butt rock, but there's some good songs there. I probably missed a couple songs, but don't sue me. I'm just talking on myself. So reasons why people do hate them, and this is a very big subject. If you're like thinking like, why do people hate Nickelback? More of like a musicologist like myself kind of type of way. Everything they do kind of does sound the same. Like all their songs are very similar. Like you can. Besides like their big hits, like if you just played me an album, I would not be able to if I listen to an album, I would not really find a difference between any of the songs. That's just, I mean, it is what it is. They have a formula, they do stick to it, and there's not a ton wrong with that. There's some creativity there that you could argue with, but I mean, that's main one thing. People don't like the way all their music sounds the same, and like they don't like the sound. Another reason. Nickelback, some people don't believe Nickelback deserves the fame they got, the way they kind of came up and when they were everywhere, and that's kind of why people started to hate them. People don't think they deserve their level of fame because they kind of, like I said, they think they suck, and like, how the hell do we wind up like this, and stuff like that. But like they sound like that, so I mean, so people think like, oh, okay, that's cringy, and I guess after kind of butt rock was kind of big late '90s, early 2000s, and so. People kind of get annoyed on that front as well. And then people are also like, they're not really original. It's just like generic butt rock, kind of starting to sing like Eddie Vedder or Scott Stapp from Creed. Like they're not like really into that originality factor. They don't think they're that original of a band. But it's like, when I think of butt rock, the first thing I think of is Nickelback. And be like, let's play like a Nickelback. Play it like Nickelback. So it's like their own kind of unique style because butt rock is basically their style. That's the term we've come to that. We've come to that term, butt rock. People also don't really like Chad Kroeger that much. They just think he's very unlikable. Like, when he had longer hair, it looked like ramen noodles and type stuff. And so people don't like that. They don't like his voice. They kind of think he's a dick and don't really like him that much. But I've never met the guy, so I can't really judge on that. I've only listened to his music. And I think the final thing I would probably say in regards to that is people just hate them because they're popular. And a lot of times popular things are very hard, especially in like the rock community. You have to hate everything. Like they're like Pokemon fans talking about new Pokemon games. You have to hate it. You're like Star Wars fans talking about every Star Wars movie. They hate it. So it's just kind of like that. It's just popular to hate on them. And so people kind of, because, they kind of coined they're the best of the butt rock, where I think like Ed Sheeran, like the acoustic singer-songwriter, he's the best of the best there as well. So it's kind of like that. So, I mean, those are just kind of a couple general points. There's a lot more you can kind of go into in regards to why people hate Nickelback. Those are just a few I thought of and can think of and researched a little bit on why people don't like Nickelback, but I like some of their songs. I don't have a hate towards them. I don't think they're the worst band ever. The worst band ever is Trapped. Headstrong will take you on. Like that. Well, look at you. You just finished one of the many highlights from Cancel Schweezy. Glad you watched, and I hope you learned something important in your life today. We have more highlights available for you to watch, out now, available now for you to watch. And we got full episodes as well. So don't be stingy and go watch another highlight. And like I said, stay awesome.